Good morning, this is Kara with the Ministry of Uncovered No More. I'm at the place where half of my parents' mingled ashes are stored, Cook Walden, Forest Oaks, in Oak Hill. Both my parents and I drove past this place probably more than hundreds of times across the years, so it is a fitting place for their ashes. I came back today because, the King of Kings, Jesus Christ, in the gospel record said, come follow me. Let the dead bury their dead and come follow me. That is outdated now, over 2,000 years later. Those of us who are actually following the universalist, Jesus Christ, do need to take care of our dead. We need to be respectful of the process. We have many people we need to help live and die. And I don't feel personally that the political party of my parents, the Republicans, I don't feel that they're there for me and my parents. I don't feel they've been there for quite some time. Now, I'm not going to say that earlier. I don't think that's fair, but I think it is fair to say it since Y2K, the year 2000 at least, in my estimation. And all of the dust and storms of a political nature, not on the earth, of a political nature that came about surrounding the election of Barack Obama to the presidency was grave indeed. It spoke a message directly against the 3 assassinations of the 1960s when I was being born. The 3 assassinations of the 1960s, which were clearly white supremacists, etc. Monetary gain and white supremacy. If they'd have shot some women, the sexism would have been brought forth, but they didn't. What they're doing in Texas right now is pure and simple sexism. Men do not want to give up control of anything or anyone. White men. This is about white men. Just like the 3 assassinations, just like the brouhaha to get our first black president in there, and he is Muslim, and now these Christians are coming through, primarily white, with old-time religion and old-time constitution. In other words, they're just old farts. Even their kids are old farts. They're not willing to evolve. They're looking more than stupid. Matter of fact, there's a lot of them that have broken the law. If they haven't broken the real law, which is for the lawless, which the Republicans are being, they have broken the law of morality in the United States of America time and time and time again. And if you are a person who can't see that as an adult in the United States of America, can't just bring on down your walls for just a minute and just understand that moral law is being broken constantly in this country, much less actual crime happening. That goes beyond stupid, adult. That just goes beyond stupid. I don't even know what to call you anymore, but it's not innocent. If you're an adult and you're not grasping how moral law is being broken in this country, and there's a whole lot of Republicans and evangelicals doing that breaking of law, and Catholics. Are you fucking kidding me? You're just not. You're not a person. A person's a person no matter how small. But if you have just checked out of your society and don't care, that isn't a person. That isn't a soul. And I don't know what you are. So you can just go on and have a good day. Please. I don't care. But you are a weight on society that I'm tired of carrying, quite frankly, as Beaty-Coffey of the Ministry of Uncover No More. But anyway, we are not in the time where Jesus is saying, you're my disciple, come follow me, and let the dead bury the dead. I am in a time where I was betrayed and my character was assassinated, and it's like The Sound of Music. Face your fears. I don't want to come to Oak Hill sometimes, but I'm here and I've got my stuff. I'm going to do a second set of exercises under a beautiful tree. I can walk a little here. I've paid to come and pay my respects to my parents, but here's the other reason that I spent inheritance money to make sure that my parents' ashes were made available, is because her family hates me and my dad. My mother's family hates me and my dad. Literally, they will be doing that forever. The door is closed on anyone who broke moral law and just left me on the side of the road in a bunch of lies from my past life. The door's closed. I closed it. You can't come back. But my squirrel can come say hi. Checking me out. I had to say no. I begged. I tried. It's 14 years. It's long enough. It's long enough. You're not going to change your mind. You're being stubborn non-people at this point. Many of you, you know who you are. You're being stubborn non-people. And I'm not just talking about my life. There's tons of people that have had these kinds of things happen to them. I listen to their stories. They listen to mine all the time. We comfort each other. We cry and we move on. Now, when it says, let the dead bury their dead, there is a point to that. But I'm saying in the modern day, and particularly the way Christians look at the Bible, it ain't relevant at all, period. And I have to kick the religion out of my head on a regular basis, because I get guilt tripped real easy. And I've got people in my life that like that little thing about me, and it's called they still want some control that they're not allowed to have. And I'm an extremely strong woman. Not that you care, America. You got a bunch of us in Texas, and you don't care. You just like to rule. Why don't you go, all you evangelicals, why don't you go reread the Curse on Women, because you're just fulfilling it. That's all the fuck you're doing, because the King of Kings is certainly not supporting that. If you have forgotten, asshats, every time he dwells, more and more of the curse is delivered. That's a pagan idea. That's a pagan idea. Okay? The cycles of life is a pagan idea. King of Kings is agnostic, pagan, and all of it. He has to explain that to you, because he's also none of it. He has to explain that to you. Okay. So my point today is how I'm facing some fears and some pain by coming back to Oak Hill. And I just had a lovely, lovely time with my poetry by T.S. Eliot. Okay, and this is church to me. Okay, I want you to know this is church to me. Now, I have announced on a Twitter that I'm going to go to a small church. I'm going to become an agnostic missionary and use my voice So I will close this morning as I go and have some time at a lovely place that I paid some money for. But let me also say, all of my family that I have been closing the door on for about 6 months, mourning what I can mourn about the losses, all of that betrayed me, the Clonics and all of that. I provided this so that they could be at peace with me. I offered an olive branch, and sure enough, some of them have come. Okay? So I have produced something beautiful out of an absolutely ugly thing and lost my inheritance money because of all the schisms. I misspent a little bit of it just trying to bless my kids, and I put a smile on my youngest children's faces because they were going through so much too with the politics that stripped through my life. And if you're not a parent who sometimes buys things to try to put a smile on your kids' faces because that maybe y'all are in a hard time, if you're not a parent like that, don't judge me, please. I have enough people in my life still judging me, even from a distance. So, I'm going to come here and bless the memory of my parents. And I didn't just go here, and it is on Twitter as well. So I did this for true love. I have the true love. My mother's family does not know how to truly love people. They know how to use people, just like the majority of Christians. The majority of people who voted or would vote for Donald Trump or for any of that, you're selfish, at the very least. Because you're just selfish. You're just selfish. I'm just overwhelmed with how selfish you are. But I am going to be, as an agnostic missionary, I'm going to go to a church, but it's going to be it's in the future. I have foreseen it, but it's where I live, and it's going to be small and old time. And that's what I'll close with. Excuse me if I'm off key. Be thou my vision, O Lord of my heart, not be all else to me save that thou art, thou my best thought by day and by night, waking and sleeping, my presence, my life. Be thou my wisdom, and thou my true word. I ever with thee, and thou with me, Lord. Thou my great God, and I thy true soul. Thou in me dwelling, I am whole. Riches I heed not, nor man's or woman's empty praise. Amen. I didn't quote it exactly. I don't fucking care. Be thou my vision is beautiful. But that's my point. When I go into those churches, they can be singing hymns. And Beaty-Coffey loves to sing. So I will enjoy the moments. And whether I had to hit you this morning or not, the very fact that I'm here, that I did invest, regardless of how much I've lost as money in my life, tells you that I love my mother's family. It is their fault that they have done what they have done to me and to my father. They need to fix it. They have lost the privilege to ever see me again. Because I say so. I want nothing to do. I will have nothing to do with liars forever. This is Beaty-Coffey, Tribe Judah, Elect Gentile, the ministry of Uncovered No More.